Hello, and welcome to the Conscious Shift Network. My name is Tracey Kern, and I will be your navigator today as we venture down the rabbit hole of possibility again with Dennis Merritt Jones. We had a conscious conversation with him a few months back, and after we turned the cameras off, the conversation kept rolling. Tune in for the second part of our conscious and shifting conversation as we venture down the rabbit hole into the amazing possibility with Dennis Merritt Jones. I listened to a lot of Abraham, and they said something on their tape that, of course, you always hear something different every time, right? Talked about how everybody wants to be in the now moment, but the now moment is not where it's happening. Where it's happening is in the manifestation. The now moment isn't even cutting edge anymore. They didn't say it like that. This is my interpretation. Okay. But they were, it's like, because we are these manifesting beings and we are cutting edge creators.
Yeah, except what we're manifesting tomorrow is being created today.
By the thought that's being created.
Exactly. We're always becoming cause to our own effect.
Say it again.
We're always becoming cause to our own effect.
We're all becoming cause.
Always becoming cause
of our own effect.
We live in a world of cause and effect. For every effect, there's a cause. You can't have an effect, an object, without a cause.
Right.
Okay? And if we realize that we're becoming cause to our own effect in every moment by means of our beliefs, we'll stop trying to change the effect and access our beliefs in the moment. Challenge those, and that's really what this book is about. It's challenging the beliefs that we've defined ourselves by, and where we explore and learn that it's not the truth of who we are. We can challenge the beliefs that we've lived from, thinking they were the truth about ourselves because we were told it was the truth.
Right.
From the day you were born, you had labels put on you.
Right.
And those labels are what we ended up defining ourselves by.
Right. That's the layers of the matrix that get laid on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From your name, your gender, your social security number, your sexual preference, your age, your color, your height, your body size, all these labels that get laid on us from the day we're born. And until we learn to be willing to challenge those labels, then we can enter into redefining moments.
So then it's about going back, going within, and getting purposeful about the cause.
Yeah.
So that the effect that you are, because you said cause and effect, and I immediately think of, there's a whole philosophy about cause and effect, leaving you like you're just this reed in the wind. Not if you're control over
not
it,
if you're conscious.
Not
if you're conscious, you realize that your beliefs are the cause of your experience.
That's it.
And so once you begin to challenge, that's what consciousness is. Consciousness is just the sum total of everything you've ever believed to be the truth about yourself from the day you were born until this moment in time. And it has determined your experience because your beliefs are what consists together make your consciousness what it is.
Say it again, though. The very first statement you said. Do you remember it?
No.
Okay. I don't either. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was great.
Look, our
consciousness
is just the sum total of our beliefs.
That's it.
Okay.
Our consciousness is the sum total
from the
of our
day
beliefs.
you were born, you were given beliefs, and you developed your own beliefs.
Yes.
And those things have developed into this container called your consciousness. And once you learn to change your consciousness, you don't have to worry about, somebody said change your thinking and you'll change your life. That's bull. You change your beliefs because your thinking is fathered by your beliefs.
And I always refer to the body as the meat suit.
Yeah.
I call it the meat suit.
In the book, I define the body as this carbon-based, biodegradable, disposable vessel.
Yes.
That your soul rides around in.
I love that.
Collecting soul-expanding experiences.
Yes. And that's what it is.
It is.
And that's one of the things that I loved about what you do is because you come from such a science, your verbiage is very scientific. So it appeals, in the way I was observing it, it appeals to that person who thinks that they're not spiritual or they think they don't buy into spirituality. Yeah. But if they read your book and they're science-based, how could you not get this? And I think it's spiritual
psychology is what it is.
It is. It is.
Well,
people don't want to hear that word either these days.
That's true. That's true. If we're always becoming cause or own effect, that means that we're at choice. And a lot of people don't realize that their life is where it is today because of a series of choices that were made from the day we were born.
Right.
And when you start to be conscious that you have the ability to make choices, you realize that you're making choices every minute of the day.
Sure.
Most of them are not conscious, though.
Sure.
Okay? But the minute you begin to realize that you can't not make a choice, you're choosing every moment of the day. The question is, can you make conscious choices or unconscious choices?
Right, because you're choosing to breathe, you're choosing to see, you're choosing to hear, you're choosing
to hear. Well, take it to the literal level. You choose what you're going to put in your mouth.
Yeah.
But you also choose what comes out of your mouth.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
And the more conscious and aware you are, both what goes into your mouth and your body will be of a higher vibration, and what comes out, the words that come out of your mouth and the actions that follow, will be of a higher vibration.
Wow. Just wrap your mind around that for a minute. I mean,
well, this is a call to the collective consciousness of humankind to wake up. And,
absolutely.
And what's going on in the world right now is just this huge, oh my gosh, what's going on in politics, you know. There's just this huge experience of division, of polarity
yes.
going on. And until we wake up to a point, and you know, there's an old saying, we awaken and we come to the cutting edge of change one of two ways, either through inspiration or desperation. And most of us are pushed to the edge by pain and desperation,
yes.
rather than being called to the edge and lifted to the edge by inspiration.
Yeah.
And until it changes and the masses start choosing to be inspired to lean into change, not because they have to, because they can.
Right. I think this reminds me of a conversation I had that day. I'm pretty sure it applies. I was speaking with a woman who big business, big speaker, world speaker kind of person. And I'm like, she called me and wanted to meet with me. And I'm like, first of all, I'm humbled by that.
You bet.
But secondly, we're sitting there and we're just having a conversation similar to this. And she said, I said, what do you really want in life? She said, world peace. And I said, well, you already have that if you choose it. What makes you think there isn't world peace now? It's where are you willing to tap in? Are you going to be pushed by the desperation, mm-hmm. or are you going to be pushed by the choice?
Mm-hmm. Well,
I just kind of thought about that. I just felt that they kind of were similar. And
mm-hmm. Again, if we're always coming to cause or own effect, we'll experience world peace collectively as a species when every person's at peace with themselves.
That's right.
And the way that you make peace with yourself is to heal the belief in separation from your source.
You love that? Yes!
Because once you live from the awareness of source, the original self, you realize that you have enough, that you're part of something, that a universal process, that there's a lie out there that there's not enough.
Yeah.
And that belief that there's not enough is driven by fear.
Right.
And it causes people to do horrible things to each other.
But do you think that's also part of what people's experience is, that they chose before they came here?
I think that we each come imbued with a karmic imprint that is ours to work out, and yet we're not slaves to it, because we're at free will. We can choose to redirect our karma in a given moment. But in order to do that, you have to be conscious and present and be able to not take what you've brought with you personally, but to be able to be conscious of it and willing to challenge it and change it.
Yeah.
You do that by raising your vibration, by gosh, we could go on and on about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think people get it right? Do you think, I shouldn't say get it right because it's not about that. Some people, lifetimes to get the karma straight, to get to unpeel the layers to raise that vibration.
I think that we've got eternity to get it right. But why put it off?
Yes.
Right?
I love it.
Why put it off?
All right, so we're wrapping it up now.
Okay.
Cool, because you got to get going. Thank you so much for visiting with me about this.
My pleasure.
It's very hard to have these kind of conversations.
Why is that?
Well, it's not very hard. I shouldn't say that. Let me rephrase that. Let me reframe it. They don't happen too often, and when they do, they're amazing.
But as you become more open to having them, you watch how people show up in your life to have them with you.
Yes, and thank you for showing up today because yes, absolutely.
My pleasure.
Thank you.